hopes alive for FaZe Clan. And got themselves kind of stuck in the thick of it now. Teams had to try and get that first aid off, but Siler's going to find it from range. Overpeak is out in 11th place, but I mean, roll your minds back to maybe 90 seconds, 2 minutes ago. It would have been Overpeak because you would have said we're the first to be eliminated from that equation on the south.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. 11th place for them. Gustav finds Braxco again. I mean, when we're in these city situations where the circle hasn't committed anywhere really in the city just yet, even when you get a knock on the other side, you wouldn't expect to see any big pushes coming off of it. You have to find out first, does the circles come to off? Can we play defense? Because that's what most teams in these situations would prefer to be able to do. Teams really only push out of their compounds when they know they're going to be forced to.
Especially now with this urban setting for the ending of Game 17. Don't expect anybody really to be making massive plays now. Allow the circle to really dictate what's going to happen towards this end game. Pokelep actually got himself tucked right in here. Last member alive for Stardust. Amongst the back line of question mark here. Almost an unwritten rule here. Everybody just conscious of anybody making big moves, but as soon as this circle closes in, Ascend find themselves inside of the north. I doubt anybody's really going to be dashing to find another building.
It's been a little while since we've been like hard center La Cobraria endings too. Usually they have somehow they always tend to jump out on the south side again and have us finish in the fields or the road side just down south of the city. This time around, though, as you can see in the minimap on the bottom right side, it's got the city written all over it.
Almost got to feel like Exalt Fella's probably in the best position here for this phase 6. At least once this circle does close in. Well, we do get a favor on the next. I'm thinking actually towards the western side, that's where I guess the building density is least. So FaZe and let's say actually still engaged in this occupation, but Wu and FaZe probably going to be the worst off once this one does come in.
Psychops and dual barrel. That is that's as dangerous as they come, really.
Ascend want to get across the road now.
Yeah, I saw Chris not taking the shots before towards the warehouse. You'd think that if they did, that'd be the chance to push it forward. Gustav, don't go back to that buggy. It is on fire. Fortunately, no damage, as I say. That almost taken down by it anyway, but able to stay alive through it.
I'm curious, actually, when Ascend decide to make this decision. They're actually crossing now. Silence actually from distance towards the east, actually going to open up on this cross. Kirikai gets knocked, but Exalt not making a move on the back of that.
Where are the smokes? Now they're throwing, like now they're smoking off the entire road. Why? I mean, I get that they smoke off the entrances. Now nades are coming in as well. A lot of damage done with them too. But you have to imagine that Ascent clears the entire line initially.
Molodox comes up here and actually fate to open up. Kirikai and Mika will fall. So it's Braxco and Chris now left to try and recover this situation. So they were looking to get very, very proactive ahead of the curve here. 8C actually finds it now. Braxco last man standing for Ascend.
Yeah, this is just a perfect execution of not so perfect engagement really on the other side of things. Braxco, solo player left alive, trying to wrap his way on in. Spots one, does find the knock on the first, gets the second as well.
Can he get out?
Okay, so he's alive,
my
but
God.
no longer. Ferris takes him down with a scare, but you have to imagine that there's an Austrian force push coming off of this.
Yeah, actually, this is the sort of awareness I was talking about. Exalt demonstrated a lot of restraint on the previous now, but Austrian force might actually come through and capitalize on this.
They have to push. They know there's two knocks on the other side of this. They have to fully commit to this wrap around the side. Ferris, they're on the side. Gets one instantly off the rest. Didn't even get him in time. Now Molly comes in, and it's just Arch left alive. Great timing from Soccer, really. Despite the fact that he goes down, he does manage to cancel the rest coming through. Art does get one up, though, so they're back to 2 of alive.
Actually, whether or not that res is going to come through, Payne's finally coming across to try and join the efforts here towards the red brick. Actually, still
gets healed on up too.
Yeah, I'd say and Fate back up to a decent amount of HP. Just can't connect with the spray though. The bar's blocking in a lot of those bullets, so Fate will fall.
Layoshi, they don't come more free than that. 8C spotted mid transition is going, oh, a point, I'll take it. And that's how Win or Die again sneak their way into placements, because keep in mind, last game, I believe Win or Die got 4th with 0 kills. That was Leos just chilling in the fields for as long, in the shack as long as he could. He said it, Hybock, top average placement points. Well, that's how they go about doing it.
That's a disgusting angle for Art as well. I'm praying Silas doesn't consider coming through, but actually Art gives up the angle. Silas spots it out. A ton of damage comes through. Vasco going to find Fate. Another knock. There's just 15 HP left for Art. Should be able to punish that. Yeah, Zoka going to seal the deal with the Molotov. A great clearance from Austrian Force. Actually, some great damage control as well. Keeping 4 alive here. 5 kills on the board for them.
Nice turnaround on that one too, because they came in, they instantly get 2 players knocked, and I was thinking for a second it might not work out for them, but they get the kills, they get to reset, now they can push back inside where they were before, knowing that no one's opted to take that position for themselves.
He's talking about potentially Exalt being in one of the more dominant positions, but Ascend acting ahead of the curve, like I said, really forced their hand. So credit due for Austrian Force to be the ones in my eyes to reveal one of the key pieces of the puzzle here coming towards the end game.
6th place for Win or Die. They've seen better before. This time around though, again, still placement points. Gotta give credit for Salvage Game, able to get something off of it. Na'Vi, it's been quiet for them for a little while. They were one of the earlier teams took it in. They've sat on the east side for a while. Fellas haven't really done anything to aggressively push towards the Millman. I think that's his 3rd knock, so maybe have to be a little more careful. But then again, from this point on, you're probably going to be playing close to one another anyway.
So Austrian Force now looking to divert their focus towards the eastern side of the circle. Nobody from Na'Vi actually watching the road cross, but fellas have decent angles on this. They can feel a little bit of pressure from Question Mark on the back side, though. Apocalypse is repositioned as well. I'm not even sure where he is. Looking at the minimap, he's right next to Rustamar.
Yep, sharing the building almost. Now Austrian Force, full speed, they come pushing towards Na'Vi. Uber damage done towards him. Having to try and see if he can fend off. Probably going to back off a little while here. You could imagine fellas trying to do something off of this push through depending on which way it goes. Example, the first confrontation is actually going to be Uber to find one. Alia goes down and returns, and once again, trades coming through from both sides.
Example actually can't get that bounce outside the window. Uber looking to get another nade. Create a little bit more pressure on the outside of the gas station, but Pains with the backstab. Yep. Right through, finds Example for free.
Nice push forward. Uber trying to use the wall for cover, but little cover ready to work with. Silas still down. They have to get Vasco back to full health as well. Now they're trying to smoke off the building, trying to smoke off angles. Maybe they can get Alia back up, but again, have to keep in mind there's threats on the other side too. Pains again able to find Noxus Millman. Again, I believe, for at least the 3rd time, goes down. Uber though, instantly there to respond.
Should slow things down now, but Uber no real chance of getting Millman back up.
Yeah.
Did note that he'd been knocked a couple of times already. Well, you can actually get Aaliyah back up, but Sila's already been rezzed, and Vasco will be back on his feet in a matter of seconds.
Trying to carry him in. Wraps around the side, able to do just that. Who in the meantime will get Alia back up alive as well. The thing is, there's not really anywhere to go from here. Instead of pushing forward, fellas has just kind of used this time to position themselves better. They knew that the circle was going to come to them eventually. Now, once again, Payne standing strong. 7 kills here for Austrian Force, a team who's been struggling. Last game was ends from the bottom. Now it's the guys from Austrian Force fighting their way up the leaderboard. They do not want to be sitting in the bottom.
It's unfortunate there, but Na'Vi do exit. We find our top 4. Stardust still with 1 member present here. Fella's the only one with actually real access towards the center right now, but it's a split focus. You can see Tixu and Miracle over in the distance. Actually, Rustamar and Michael got a ton of problems here.
Question mark. Looking for info, liking what they're seeing, that the teams are fighting on the other side. Hobbits, though, unfortunately does get confirmed. They know they have them just on the other side, and they heard the DPS just a second ago. And if there's a building you do not want to push into, that will be it right there. And here is Apocalypse. He's been hidden for a while. That is the first kill for Stardust, but what a kill at that. That might just buy him some more time as I say that. Nope, not going to happen. Fist goes down. And now, again, I mean, Austrian Force, fellas fighting their way for this one.
That's a great nade onto Zoka, though. Actually, Austrian Force only have 1 player on their feet, and Pains will fall. Austrian Force eliminated in 3rd. Fellas now effectively in a 3v2 with Question Mark. Michael down, but Rustamar sticking that right now. I said this was the split focus from Fellas. Can Michael and Rustamar withstand this pressure? Escapee, yeah, Rustamar going to find the first.
Seems like they've got this completely locked down. Just 1 left to play. I do see 1v4, 10 bullets to work with. Not gonna happen. Fellas net themselves an 11-kill win in a somewhat unusual Copraria ending, which still kind of ended up going down